Is learning new information about the investigation into the murder of a popular community activist.
Shawntray Grant was gunned down in a parking lot of his home over 2 months ago. News 3's Trish Williford is asking Savannah police about a possible motive for the crime. Trish?
According to the police report, Shawntray Grant and two of his friends spent several hours on the night of his death in Brunswick at a casino. A friend who did not want to talk on camera told me Grant won a lot of money that night and believes Grant could have been robbed. News 3 obtained this incident report from Savannah police that highlights new details about the night Shawntray Grant was shot to death. According to the report, officers arrived on the scene just after 2 a.m. on June 15th and found a male lying on the ground, possibly shot in the head. The report says detectives found the man lying on the left side of his Ford 150 pickup truck. Several residents who live at the view of Oglethorpe Apartments reported to police they heard at least 4 gunshots. A friend of Grant informed police that she, Grant, and another friend traveled to Brunswick to Emerald Princess Casino around 5 o'clock that night and returned several hours later. That friend, who lives in the same apartment complex as Grant, told police minutes after he dropped her off in front of her apartment, she heard gunshots and called Grant repeatedly, but he never answered. News 3 returned to Oglethorpe Apartments and attempted to track down those friends who spent the evening with Grant. One of them, who did not want to be identified, told us Grant won thousands of dollars that night. They say casino officials even walked him off the boat first to make sure he wasn't followed. Well, that friend now questions if Grant was robbed that night before he was shot. Grant's family members hired an attorney to conduct a parallel investigation to uncover all the facts in this case. News 3 asked if he believed robbery was a motive for the murder.
We can't say that at this time. What we can say is that there are details out there that we feel contributed significantly, materially, foreseeably to his death.
And we asked Savannah police if robbery was a motive. They will only say detectives are still actively working this case. There's also a reward for information leading to an arrest. If you have any information about the murder of Shawntray Grant, call Crime Stoppers at 912-234-2020. Trish Williford, WSAV News 3.